Next is the biology. That the first is the multiple choice question. First question is the important role of stomata in transportation of water is, the correct answer is creating upward tension. Next question, as the food moves forward in the human digestive system, the enzymes that help for the digestion respectively are, which are the proteins that are the enzymes that help is amylase, pepsin, lipase, that is option B. Next you have to observe the given diagram and the response shown by part X. The X part shows which part of the diagram. So option is A, positive thigmotropism and directional movement. Next is the diagram. They have asked you to draw the diagram of germination of pollen grains on stigma. So this is a simple diagram. I think you might all have written it. Next, identify the group of plants that can be grown by vegetative propagation among the following. So the correct answer is R, that is banana, rose and hibiscus. Next question. The number of male turtles in the seashore is decreasing nowadays. What is the reason for it? Sex is not genetically determined in turtles. The sex of the zygote changes to female by the influence of rising temperature in seashores. It is due to global warming. Therefore, the number of male turtles is decreasing nowadays. Next, name the glands that secrete the following hormones and mention the functions of these hormones. So, insulin. So, it is secreted by pancreas and it regulates the blood sugar level. Next, thyroxine is generated by thyroid gland. It regulates the carbohydrate, protein and fat metabolism. So in this main you have options. So you can write the first question, that is the glands which secrete the hormones and functions, or you can write the other question, mention two important plant hormones that help for the growth of the stem. Give an example for the hormone that stops the growth of the plant. So the plant hormone is auxin, gibberellin, abscisic acid. So the acid give an example for the hormone that stops the growth of the plant is abscisic acid. Next question, the rate of respiration is more in which organism among human and fish? Why? So in fish the respiration is more than compared to humans. So what is the reason? Because human is a terrestrial organism, the amount of oxygen in the atmosphere is more, whereas fish is an aquatic organism. Here the amount of dissolved oxygen is lower in water compared to that in the atmosphere. Next mention the function of each part of the human brain given below. First is the cerebrum or forebrain. So its function is center of thinking. Information from receptors is interpreted. Separate areas are specialized for hearing, smell and sight. You can write any one. Next is the cerebellum. So precision of voluntary activities, maintaining posture and balance of the body. Third one is medulla. Control involuntary actions like blood pressure, salivation, vomiting, etc. Next is the definition. So they have asked to define the following: food chain and biomagnification. So food chain is nothing but a series of organisms feeding on one another in the environment. Next, biomagnification, the accumulation of the harmful chemicals in maximum concentration at the higher tropic levels of a food chain is called biomagnification. The second question is mention the importance of ozone. It shields the surface of earth or protects the earth from harmful UV radiations from the sun. Next is what are biodegradable substances? Write two examples for decomposers. Substances that are broken down by biological process are called biodegradable substances. So example for decomposers is bacteria and fungi. Next question, which synthetic chemical is responsible for the depletion of ozone layer? So that is chlorofluorocarbons. Next is a red flowering pea plant is crossed with a white flowering pea plant. Show the result of F2 generation with the help of checkerboard. Write the phenotypic and genotypic ratio of the plants obtained in F2 generation. So this is the checkerboard, and phenotypic ratio is 3:1. Genotypic ratio is 1:2:1. Next is the diagram. You have to write the cross section of human heart and label the septum and right atrium. The next question is, how does a fertilized egg develop into a fetus in the female uterus? How does the embryo get nourishment in mother's womb? Explain. So this is the explanation. The fertilized egg or the zygote starts dividing to form embryo. Embryo is implanted in the lining of uterus and develops to become fetus. Then embryo gets nutrition from the mother's blood with the help of special tissue called placenta. Next question, what are the changes that occur in a flower after fertilization? So first, that zygote divides to form an embryo within the ovule. Next, that ovule develops tough coat to form the seeds. The ovary grows and ripens to form the fruit. Then petals, stamens, sepals, style and sigma will fall off. So this is the process that take place in the flower after fertilization. The next question is, list any 2 methods of contraception that human beings usually follow. So you can write wearing condoms on the penis, covering urine in the vagina, copper T in the uterus, pills, or applying any surgical methods. They have asked 2, so you can write any 2 among these. Next is, how does menstrual cycle occur? Explain. So for that answer is, if the egg is not fertilized, it lives for about 1 day. Then the lining of the uterus slowly breaks down. Everything comes out through vagina in the form of blood and mucus. Next question is the difference between self-pollination and cross-pollination. You can write any 2 among these 2. So these are the key answers of chemistry and biology. If you have any doubts in these questions in chemistry, physics or biology, you can comment in the comment section. I will answer. If you find this video informative, please subscribe to this channel and share this among your friends and family. Thank you.